talks is because of what I do on the field. So that's the main focus, and that's my focus in everything I do. I mean, talk about the ads, the marketing, and all this stuff. I know realistically none of that happens if I'm not handling my business on the field. So for me, it's about taking care of that, being the best football player I can, and a lot of good things and great things happen when you do that.
If Dak handles his business on the field, that would give the Saints secondary a challenge on Sunday night. Only the Giants and Steelers have allowed more passing yards per game than New Orleans. Meanwhile, Teddy Bridgewater will be starting under center for the second time, coming off of a statement win in Seattle last week. We welcome back former Saints linebacker Jonathan Vilma. Thank you for hanging around and sticking with us. Stephen A., I'll start with you. Will the Saints upset Big D in the Big Easy?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They're going to be in the Big Easy. They got smacked around by the Dallas Cowboys last season when they showed up in Big D, and the Saints remember that. I understand that Drew Brees is not there. Please don't get me wrong. And Teddy Bridgewater is essentially a game manager compared to the likes of Drew Brees, okay? That's how I feel anyway, although some people, in my opinion, have been labeling Drew Brees like a game manager over the last 2 years. I don't view it that way personally. I think he's still elite, and he's going to be missed. But here's what I will give Teddy Bridgewater credit for. He'll do something that Drew Brees won't do. He only ran about 3 times for about 12 yards against the Seahawks. But he does have the capability when necessary to move the chains in terms of running with the football to get a first down or something like that. You ain't got to worry about Drew Brees doing that. But Teddy Bridgewater can do that. Now, they leaned on Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas heavily last week, all right? All right, we saw what they did against the Seahawks, those two. The secondary weapons like Ted Ginn Jr. and others. I mean, you don't see that much from them. But the way I look at it is this. This is why I have the Saints winning this game. Outside of the fact that the disgusting, nauseating Cowboy fans out there, nothing pleases me more than making their life miserable. I can't stand none of yous. Outside of that, I will say this. This is the first defense, as far as I'm concerned, the Cowboys are facing this year. You know, Dak Prescott, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but this brother's dropped back in the pocket. He sat up there, he's called this girl, he's ordered some food, for the house. He sat up there and called his friends and family members, had conversations with people in the stands before throwing a damn pass. He's been sitting pretty out there. He hasn't been touched. That will change this Sunday. He's going to get touched by New Orleans defense. And I'm going to be real anxious to see how the Dallas Cowboys offense, led by Kellen Moore, and the now aerial assault they think they have, because it's Dak Prescott, my number 2 candidate for league MVP behind Patrick Mahomes, by the way. But he's been nice, the last couple of weeks he's been pairing nicely with Amari Cooper. We'll see what they do. I'm just of the belief that in New Orleans, in that noisy dome that you're obviously incredibly familiar with, I